Hello. So yesterday I got a very good question. It was about shake diets, and a lot of people tend to use these shake diets to lose a bit of weight. And to be fair, they lose weight really, really quickly. But a lot of the times with these shake diets, right, is there's no real process or I suppose transition to follow to stop using them and start eating real food again, yeah? So I'm going to sort of give you a bit of insight into the pros and cons of these shake diets, because there's many out there. There's a lot of these, multi-level marketing schemes. What are they, like Isogenics, Herbalife, Amway to a certain degree. There's huge amounts of them, these shake diets, and they all realistically follow the same very simple principle, and that's having a meal replacement shake in obviously replacement of a meal is going to be a lot lower in calories than having an actual meal itself. So the pros to that is, yeah, you lose weight faster, but the con is, to a certain degree, a bit of the weight that you're losing is water weight, because that's what happens when your body goes into this sort of like emergency mode where it's not getting as many calories as it did once upon a time, so it starts to drop a lot of water weight. And as a result of dropping a bit of body fat as well, because water molecules tend to cling to body fat. So in general, these shake diets, they definitely work. That's unavoidable. They definitely work. Or also, they wouldn't be in the industry. They wouldn't be in the health and fitness industry if they didn't work. So the sort of issue that a lot of people tend to have is what happens when you stop having the shake diet, because I very rarely, there might be 2% of the population that are happy to have a shake every morning for breakfast, regardless of where they are, whether on holidays and that sort of thing. And then there's the rest of us, sort of the general population, 98%, that can only sustain that type of living for upwards of, I don't know, maybe 12, maybe 6 months max. And then when we decide, okay, I've hit my goal weight, or I'm happy with the amount of weight that I've lost from this shake diet, I'm going to start eating real food again, and they immediately pack the weight back on. And the reason for that is that once you, say, replace breakfast with a shake, you might be eliminating 200, maybe even 300 calories from your breakfast if you were eating whole foods like, I don't know, eggs and, toast or that sort of stuff, yeah? And then as soon as you go and chuck real food and more calories back into the equation, if your body's has been at a level where it's expecting, only 200, maybe even less calories of a morning, you can't be surprised when it then start to put more weight on, because it's kind of like, if I can explain it best, it's kind of just like, oh, I don't know where I'm going to get these extra calories from. I'll store these for a later date, if you know what I mean. So it kind of comes down to your body responds to however you're eating, and that's why I really do preach a sustainable approach to eating and training, obviously. And one thing I always have people do, regardless of whether they're training with me or not, or just asking me for advice, is just whatever you're about to start, training, nutrition, or even, habit or mindset wise, is always ask yourself a very important question, that is, is this sustainable? Is this going to be something that I can do long term? Is it going to be something that I can see myself doing for the rest of my life? Because it really should be a point of making sure this is a lifestyle change. I know that sounds original, and a lot of health coaches in general are like, yeah, you need to make a lifestyle change, and that's exactly what it is. You're trying to develop these habits in the way of healthy eating, in the way of routinely training and exercising, and staying positive and measuring your progress and goals and results and that sort of thing. And you're trying to do that to a point where it all comes down to developing a routine and becoming a habit, and therefore the lifestyle comes after that. Yeah, so yeah, that's all I've got on those shake diets. If you do have any questions, do just let me know by replying to this email, and we'll go from there. Yeah, see you later.